Welcome to another session of SSC TV3 News. We are more than news. We also televise programs, events, and archives that are the lifeblood of our community. Today is Thursday, August 30th, 2018. And I'm Jim Lakey, your host, and these are the features that will be on our show today. We'll see if you can guess what they are. The first one, T-minus 44 days and counting. And the second, a square of cars. We televise this program live at 11 o'clock. There. Can you tell?
I won't know till I get back in the other room.
Okay. Do I start over? Do I start over?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead and go.
Oh. Welcome to another edition of SSC TV3 News. We are more than news. We are also televised programs, events, and archives that are the lifeblood of our community. Today is Thursday, August 30th, 2018. And I'm Jim Lakey, your host, and these are features that will be on our show today. Now, see if you can guess what they are before they happen. First, T-minus 44 days and counting is one. Another, a square of cars. We televise this program live at 11 a.m. each Thursday, at least for the time being until the new school year gets underway, which means the county commissioners meeting will have to be run tomorrow instead of today. But whatever our schedule, this program is recorded and updated to YouTube right after the show. If you can't watch us live, you can still watch the show and the features at your convenience at ssctv3.org. If you have news, public service announcements, or programs that you would like to have covered, come by the studio at 110 East 3rd or send us an email at ssctv3@gmail.com. We can accommodate those wishing to appear live here at the studio, those wishing to make a pre-recorded studio visit, or those wishing to have video coverage on a location. At this time, we present some of the sponsors that make this program possible. Well, now we're ready for this week's weather forecast, and we have to bear in mind that things change. So when we get toward the end of the forecast, we really are sort of guessing that it's going to be what people think it is. Anyway, it's going to have a lot of thunderstorms this week. Now, Friday is just plain windy. It'll be the hottest day, 98, with a 72 low temperature. Saturday is cloudy, 92 a high temperature, and 70 the low temperature. And then the whole rest of the week, they think we will have thunderstorms. And the temperatures drop slightly every day. So on Sunday, a thunderstorm, 88 and 69, the high and low. On Monday, another thunderstorm, 86 and 67, the high and low. On Tuesday, another thunderstorm, 83 and 66, the low. On Wednesday, a thunderstorm, 82, the high, 64, the low. And on Thursday, another thunderstorm, 81, the high, and 62, the low. And now we have what the lunches are at the fellowship meals at the Sunflowers. And these are very important. And folks, I hope, will use this activity at the Sunflowers so that we can keep it going over there. We have on Friday a cheeseburger and onion rings. On Monday, tuna rice casserole and a salad. On Tuesday, pot roast and mashed potatoes. On Wednesday, herb-baked chicken and baked beans. And on Thursday, baked pork chop and scalloped potatoes. Soon we will have the bare necessities and then some.
The last day for our local Dillon store was February the 6th, 2016, which was a leap year. So 366 days minus 31 days in January and 6 days in February that the store was open leaves 329 days that the store was not open in 2016. There were 365 days in 2017. Since the new grocery store will be open the 10th of October, we will have had by that day 282 non-grocery store days in 2018. Adding all of this together, you get 976 days that St. John has been without a local grocery store. Now, continuing at only one trip a week out of town to shop, you get 139 trips, which, if going to Great Bend or Pratt, with a distance of about 50 miles each trip, you get 6,950 miles. This well-established routine could be hard to change, but consider carefully what is at stake for our community. We are at T-minus 44 days and counting.
Well, let's have I have kind of lost my place. But anyway, we have a short video featuring some of the sponsors that make this program possible. I think we just did that one. So, birthdays for the week of the 31st of August. Friday, Bob Toot and Sybil Ronan. Saturday, an anniversary, Donnie and Deborah Pound. Sunday, happy birthday, Gladys Hornbaker. And Thursday, Taylor Dawn Clark, happy birthday. Now we'll look at some of our public service announcements. The Recreation Commission at 9:30, Wednesday, September 5th, will be going to Hutchinson with one of their trips, and they leave at 9:30. Then they're going to Coles and Smith's Market for lunch, or Coles and Smith's Market, and I guess the lunch is at China Star Buffet. And they'll be home by 3:30. Then on Monday, September 10th, the Sunflowers, 6 o'clock in the evening, senior supper. Bring a dessert to share. Then on Tuesday, September 11th, the Recreation Commission is off again. They leave at 10 to go to Olmutz. It's New Place Burger Restaurant. and they'll be home by 3. The swimming pool is only open now on weekends. The last day of the swimming pool will be on Labor Day, on Monday. The parent-teacher organization is seeking new members. Their meetings are held in the library on the second Monday of each month at 5:30. If you're interested in being a part of the PTO, contact the elementary office or just show up at a regular meeting. Then Tiger Tots will meet on the first and third Thursday of each month at 10 a.m. in the story well of the library. Sessions focus on 6 essential early literacy skills to build a good foundation for becoming an excellent reader. Come, have fun, enjoy the stories, nursery rhymes, finger plays, songs, crafts, free play, and snacks. Tiger Tots is for infants and toddlers up to 3 years old and their parents. Then on Monday, September 17th, Motorcycle Mary's Best Darn Seminar Ever will be at the First United Methodist Church in Stafford, free to the public. The topic is about controlling spending habits and getting out of debt. Then on Saturday, September 29th at 6 o'clock, the Stafford County Senior Dinner will be held at the Hudson Community Hall. The meal will be completely catered. Entertainment will be provided. RSVP to your local senior center by Wednesday, September 26th. SSC TV is expanding rapidly. Therefore, we need a couple of video journalists to help cover all the great things that are happening in our city. We need to cover Hudson and Maxville as well. If you're interested, please stop by the Shepherd Center any morning from 9 to 12 for further details. Gentlemen, start your engines.
There are bunches of bananas, herds of elephants, and gaggles of geese. But last Saturday, St. John hosted a square of cards. This was a new event in town, so whose idea was this?
It's really a good question because I think it started out that Pam and I was at a car show and she said, you know, we could do this at St. John as a fundraiser for Jubilee. And the ball started rolling, but I don't remember what car show that was at.
I think it was in McPherson.
Could have been at a McPherson car show. We go to a lot of car shows, kind of like the one St. John had. We go to probably close to 20 a year.
Wow, that's a lot. And you go along with him on all of those?
I try, but I can't make it.
But you do get a lot of them, so this is kind of a team effort here. When you get an idea, you can bounce it off of each other, and so this whole thing was a kind of a collaborative thing based on what you saw and what you brought back and customized.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever.
We looked to see what worked at some towns and what was successful and how car shows grew from year to year in some towns and what they did right and what they did wrong. And I think I learned some things this last weekend, some things that I want to do different that I've never seen done before, but you kind of have to change and adapt to the type of cars you have coming to the show.
That leads me into my next question. The feedback is so great. What did you hear from the people that brought the cars? Did you get any pluses and minuses and different things?
I heard nothing but positive, and that they had a good time and that we had a great facility and a lot of shade. And although we didn't have a lot of cars cruise around the square, those that did liked it, and I think some more wish they would have. When you have a show like that, you always feel bad that you run out of trophies because people are donating to charity and they need to be thanked for the money that they've donated to charity. And sometimes a trophy or a plaque is a good thank you. And that's kind of given me some ideas for next year.
Now, were there any comments from the local citizens that were helpful? Because this is the first one the locals have seen, so have...
I actually heard last night from a new citizen in the community that they were amazed that that was our first show. But yeah, I heard a lot of positive things from the community that they didn't believe we could get that many cars here, and the quality of cars, and they were pretty impressed.
How many cars?
72?
72.
Good sized number. And you mentioned earlier in this about the facility. This square is just a natural for display. You can get right around, and it's not strung out like...
Really good.
It works really well for that. And so we still have room on the south side yet to park more. We could bring in 100 easy. And
Yeah, I think probably if we can at some point in time get up to 150, we need to be thankful, and we need to be pretty much satisfied.
Now, is the date a good date? Would you want to move the date, or did it work, or what do you think about the date?
We put a lot of thought into picking that date this year. We tried to not pick the date that the towns nearby us already have a show, so that way we're not competing with them. But we do miss there was a show in Great Bend.
Great Bend and Hutch
Right.
and Overly.
We kind of missed that. But, you know, for the number of cars that we have this year, it was very, very good that we're really not.
And we can compete with the heat. You know, with our city square, I think that we got some cars that we wouldn't have gotten if we wouldn't have had the nice shade that we have. So.
It made a nice area for those that were younger and didn't have any concern with cars. They could get dunk tank, play with the ducks, ice cream.
Get some other, you know, like games and other activities for kids to enjoy, you know, just not walking around looking at cars. You know, kids, they get bored easily.
Yeah, they don't exactly shop talk.
So we're trying to, you know, work that in with our car shows so it would, you know, work for everybody, for a family. That's what we want down here as a family, not just, you know, a dad or like guys in general that, you know, into car, or girls that into cars. Like, we want the whole family down here.
Now, another thing that might motivate, and I don't know whether this is part of it, do they buy and sell? Do any the people put these up, or they just show them, or is there any sales?
There was some cars there for sale. There's always some cars at car shows that are for sale. There's normally some cars that aren't for sale that people make offers on. We were blessed with some very rarities at our show. There was quite a few pretty unique vehicles, some low production numbers. And
how far were some of the participants coming from?
Shattuck, Oklahoma was about, I'm not sure, 150 or 60 miles away. There was Alva, Garden City.
We have one from Texas that actually was at our show, so.
How did they find out about it that far away?
I believe one of his family is here in town and have sent him that flyer, so he used this opportunity to visit his family, plus showing off his car.
And that was a black 58 Chevy, I believe.
Correct. Yeah.
So when the advertisement goes up for next year, you'll be able to add the video I put together, and they can see the square, they can see how beautiful it was, and you can add that to our social media at Bliss.
Social media is used right. It's a fantastic tool in promotion.
That's all the questions I have. We could talk for hours about cars, but I want to bring this into the show itself. Do you have anything else?
I mean, I think we learned some things. I think we're going to have a better show next year. One of the things that I want to introduce is a patina class. We had some really nice vehicles that were mechanically 100%. They had a lot of new parts on them. They needed a fresh paint job to be super show quality. The average citizen has no idea what a paint job costs. Paint is over $1,000 a gallon. A $15,000 paint job is not uncommon. So they make these cars as perfect as they can and hope that the original patina is attractive to some people. And we had some pickups that were really, really nice pickups, original paint. And I think that's a class that I've never seen before, but it's a class that I want to start next year.
Okay, well, thank you guys very much.
If you have items that need to be announced on TV3 and or placed on the computerized bulletin board, send them to ssctv3@gmail.com. Join us again on Cable Channel 3 next Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning. If you can't watch us then, you can watch us at your convenience on the internet at ssctv3.org. As you keep us informed, we will keep you informed. And thanks for watching.